Political activist Taslima Akhtar spoke about Pakistani atrocities at the UN Human Rights Commission session, saying the Pakistan government has little regard for people in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and their basic human rights and amenities. They are denied basic human rights and amenities. So this was said by social and socio-political activist Taslima Akhtar while she was speaking at the UNHRC session, that's the UN Human Rights Commission session in the United Nations. And he spoke about the atrocities on residents of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, where people are denied even basic amenities and the most subjected to the most horrendous atrocities by the Pakistani government. Taslima Akhtar there speaking at the UNHRC session and referring to how anti-Pakistani sentiment resonates in this area as a result of the negligent and barbaric attitude of the Pakistani government. Pakistan government commits the most atrocious atrocities on people here, he says at the UNHRC session. This was said by Jammu and Kashmir activist Taslima Akhtar. He was speaking at the UNHRC session and said that so we see how anti-Pakistan sentiment resonated at the UNHRC session. Addressing the session in Geneva, Jammu and Kashmir activist, socio-political activist Taslima Akhtar spoke about the atrocities committed by the Pakistani government on people in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir.
Are on the streets protesting against the hefty surcharges in the electricity bills, inflation, unemployment, terrorism, and in Pakistani occupied Kashmir from district Bagh, strongly protesting against the Pakistani occupation and demanding for their freedom from Pakistan.
The state of Jammu Kashmir, as I said, a historical nation which was divided forcibly by Pakistan and its military.
So Kashmiri activist Taslima Akhtar, she's a female activist. She busts Pakistan's propaganda on Kashmir at the UN Human Rights Commission, speaks of the atrocities committed by the Pakistan government on people in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir at the UNHRC session in Geneva. This is Taslima Akhtar, a female activist from the Kashmir Valley, showing the mirror to Pakistan, busting its malicious propaganda at the 54th session of the UN Human Rights Council session in Geneva yesterday. Taslima Akhtar speaks about the horrendous atrocities committed on the people there, where they are denied basic human rights and even basic amenities. And while speaking, she said that she would like to bring forth the stark developmental differences of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, that is JK Union Territory and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. She's a human rights and socio-political activist and speaking at the UN Human Rights Commission in Geneva. So we see, viewers, how anti-Pakistan sentiment is echoing at the UN Human Rights Commission in Geneva. In the session there, Taslima Akhtar, noted human rights activist and socio-political activist from Jammu and Kashmir, speaks about the atrocities committed by the Pakistani government on people in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. And she says that she also wanted to bring out the stark differences in development between the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir here in India and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. So a Kashmiri female activist busts Pakistan's propaganda on Kashmir at the UN Human Rights Commission.
At the 54th session of the UN Human Rights Council session, activist Taslima Akhtar spoke at length about the atrocities being inflicted on the people of POK by Pakistan. She said, while J&K is marked by transformational changes, people of POK are living at the mercy of the Pak government.
While JKUT is bringing transformational changes for the betterment of the region, people of POJK are living at the mercy of Pakistan government, having utter disregard for the people over there and their basic human rights and amenities. While the government of India is investing in infrastructure and developmental projects in J&K besides bringing peace and prosperity to the region, Pakistan is struggling to meet its basic financial obligations and is shielding terrorist outfits to wage a proxy war against India.
Further exposing Pak at the UNHRC session, activist Taslima Akhtar said Pakistan is struggling to meet its basic financial obligations and shielding terror outfits to wage a proxy war against India. Agency Report, Republic TV.